Hey, greetings everybody and welcome to your channel, Filmmaking Atlas. I am Hamza Mahfoudi and today we're gonna dive into editing pictures, especially your landscape photography, with Lightroom or using some tricks and some tips how to make your photography stand out and be better. And if you follow that, you're gonna go from this level of amateur photographer to very top level. So follow me. So since you watched this video, I guess that you may have a camera or planning of buying one or getting a new one, getting some gears or getting better photographer, or want to learn from zero how to be a photographer or how to start getting into photography. And if you love nature, if you love landscape, if you love going out and getting pictures, of course now with the lockdown is not the right moment. As an independent photographer, the easiest thing to do is going out, taking some landscape photography. You don't need props, you don't need models, and you don't need extra light or something. So you have to deal with the situations of natural light. Sometimes the natural light can play against you, not in your favor. So you have to be really smart how to deal with it, because it's keeping moving the sun, because it creates shadows, sometimes hard, sometimes you don't want to wait until the golden hour or something, and hiking and you are running against the time. So it's before reaching a place B from A to B, of course you are making some photography in the way, on documenting your trip or anything. Of course then you play with different lights and different reflections from different colors, different trees or different things. Of course there are things that can make landscape photography better, like hardware, for example, like having a tripod, wide lens or ND filter or something. Mastering Lightroom for a photographer is very essential, especially that nowadays we work with digital cameras and we shoot most of the time on RAW format, so it's better to get the most out of it. And by learning Lightroom, Lightroom is your laboratory, it's your dark room just in a computer. In RAW files you have much more data, you have much more how to play with without damaging the file, without damaging the quality of your picture. So now we're gonna jump out into Lightroom and I will show you one picture that I prepared for this tutorial. Alright, so here we have Lightroom. Nice trick on Lightroom. So when you go out and you make pictures and you have 700 pictures in your memory card and you go home and you don't know which one you choose or something, so it's always a good way to import everything to Lightroom and then watch them isolated, like in a full screen or something, and then you can just hit 5 in your keyboard or 4 or something and you give them stars. And I just use 5s. Most of the time I use 5s for the ones I want to edit. Even the ones I'm not so sure, I still make 5 and I come back to it later, all the time. Okay, so here's this picture. It was took a year or 2 years ago in Schweiz in East Germany, nearby the city I live. It's a beautiful mountain, rocky mountain area near the borders to Czech Republic. It was a springtime, like now a bit. So this is the edit I prepared for this session. And here, if you hit Y in your keyboard, if you hit Y, you're gonna have the before and after look of your picture. Here we see the edit I did in the right side, and in the left side there is how was before. You see clearly a big difference. So I will explain a bit. So this picture was took with a very cheap lens, actually, a Tamron 70-300 teleobjective with the f.4, so it's not so much. I didn't add any filter on the lens. With the opening of f4 it's okay, we can still have some details from the sky and everything, but for me it's this side is a bit underexposed and slightly overexposed on the rock and on the sky. I will hit reset, and then we're gonna see step by step how did I manage to have this look without losing any LUTs or without downloading any extra plugin or something. Hit reset, we have original, we're gonna go, I will show you my method first. So first of all, in this section before starting from the top, I just go directly to lens correction and make enable profile correction and remove chromatic aberrations. This is very important to do. It's gonna at least help you to get out of some noise made by digital color and contact with lens. After the lens correction, before starting messing up with my exposure and with my other things, I would like to apply a graduate filter first in a diagonal way here to bit pop up this underexposed area of the picture. So we are pretty good. We can, this one is nice. We can go to 150. 150 is good, looks nice. We can hit now done. We are pretty good. Already if we hit Y, we can see that there is slightly another difference. So now for the sky, we're gonna do somehow the same thing. Another gradient filter, easy way, and this time not overexpose it but underexpose it, just to have a little back of the details of the sky. We don't want to have a darker sky or completely another color that is not natural or something. It depends, sometimes there are colors on the sky, but at this hour of the day it should be just blue. A small trick for the gradient mask to not kill off all your pictures. You always go to range mask and activate the luminance and just play with the range here, and then you're gonna see where your picture is getting darker. Here it looks good, so we're gonna hit done or enter on your keyboard and you are pretty good. What I think I'm gonna do, I want to warm it a little bit. So here it's shot at 5350 says, so I just gonna go a bit more up and warm it a little bit, maybe to 6400. Look pretty okay. I have here the colors back, it's pretty nice. See, here it's a bit washed. So what I want to do when I lose a bit of the blue sky that I want, maybe I want to make it a bit more, so I can change a bit the tint. So I'm gonna give it a bit, maybe a +7, give it a bit magenta on it, and I will come back to my mask and I will slightly golden it. You see how the blue is coming back? Alright, we're done again. Next step we're gonna do, since it's here a bit underexposed, also I'm gonna push a bit the exposure of everything, maybe to 52 something. I like to put down the contrast maybe to 30. It's getting pretty hot over here. When the picture have already so much contrast on it with light that is already natural, I want to put a bit less of the contrast. For example, if we put it here the whole way up it will just look fake, it will just look completely destroyed and burned picture. If you are the first time here and you are a photographer or filmmaker that want to develop or share his skills or her skills, make sure you follow me, you hit the bell and subscribe, support this channel. What I gonna do next, I'm still in the basic, what Lightroom called basics. One thing I want to share, and it's really helpful, it's normally when you get Lightroom, you just download it, you just install it in your computer or laptop, you open it and it's like this. You have this section is a bit smaller, and then when you move this once, look, from 0 I move it directly to 7 or to 20 or something. Let's bring it back to 0, enter. But if I open it until the maximum, I make it as long as I can, this is here the maximum, I can control even more, just go by small thing, and every small little step in here, it's already something, don't underestimate. So highlights, we're gonna put, let's say under 40 and it's good. The shadows plus 15, sounds nice, we already have something. So, but my picture, it's still looking a bit washed. What can I do to it? I can of course go with texture crazy or something like this, but this I don't want, it looks too fake for me. I just maybe give it a little bit, even less, because it's already so much texture, so much rocks. So when it's nature like this, I would like to make it then, let's say -7 is good. I like 7 is a nice number. Clarity, we're gonna go also to 7, just to enhance in between. So this tool dehaze I also like, and I use most of the time. It can bring back your details or wash out some details you don't want. So here it looks a bit washed or a bit blowy or something. That can help sometimes for to correct some kind of portrait or something. Bring it up, not so much again, so I don't want to have fake colors or eating the colors or something. I still want to keep as much as how I was experiencing this place. Plus 12 is good. We have back a bit the contrast and clarity on the picture. We can give it a little bit of vibrance, let's say until 10, and reducing the saturation to not look so much colored fake. A lot of amateur photographers, they just go all the way like this and then post it. Sometimes we have the whole Flickr and Viewbook and Instagram and stuff, all the feed are full of these colorful things. Amazing. We're gonna come back here, make it 10. You can also make it manually. Go here, make -8, and the picture looks more realistic. Yeah, here if you click, you can change how you want to see the before and after picture. Alright, hit Y to come to your only picture, and if you hit L, you can isolate your picture and see how it looks in a darker area without anything else disturbing. This is how it will be in a book or somewhere. So now we are done with the basic area. We're gonna close it. We're gonna go to the tone curve, it's our amazing tone curve, and I like to create my own point. Normally you have it like in this way when you come with Lightroom CC, the latest version, it comes like this, so you can easily do your highlight and everything from here. But I prefer to draw manually my S-curve and beautifully. So I create 3 points always here. This one a bit down, the mid-tone a bit up, pop up a bit the highlight, not so much, and then I bring it a bit down from here. So it's killing it to pop up the blacks a bit to the offside, so when it's printed it's also nice. After this I want to bring a bit more the colors of the rock as natural, and the sky and the green also that is here around. I want to make it as much realistic as I can, not in the tone curve. We can do it also, you can do it sometimes. You can also manually change here the color and then affect whatever tone color from the picture, warm it or anything from here directly. Change different setups. So I'm just gonna delete this. It's not needed. In some pictures it's needed. Now for this picture is not so much needed. First of all, I will go to the red and try to pop it up a bit or bring it into more sandy rocky style. So I will just go here in the hue and go maybe +7, a bit darken it because it's having so much light. I'm gonna go to the orange, get a bit more orange, also darker in it, so we have this browny kind of rock, bit more saturated this one, so we get back details into our picture without damaging it. So the yellows, I'm gonna also bring them a bit more to the yellow so it's more natural. Desaturate them, a bit darken them also. And here we go. The green of the cameras sometimes or most of the time have some bit crazy tint, and that doesn't look so much realistic as we're gonna see it with our eye. So that's why I always like to change a bit the hue of it into +20, desaturate it a bit and darken it. Here we have some green that it's more realistic. Now we go to the blue and try to get the sky as nice as we can. Of course not this way, sometimes some people like to do it like this and even like this. I see it in videos, I see it in music videos and everything. It's too much fake effect. Please, it's a no-go area, don't use it. I just put here the saturation so I can see the color I want somehow of the blue sky. This look for me the most natural. Like this. And then I will desaturate it. And darken it a bit. And here we go. We are pretty ready. If we hit Y, we see how the difference between and what we get back out of the picture. I'm not gonna make more now. I'm not gonna make anything more. I will just slightly sharpen it. I don't like to go also the whole way there. I like to stay into 20 with the minimum of radius. So these pixels are very small, that they are created, extra pixels created to make the sharpness so that the picture is not too crispy or something. I would like always to then mask, so I don't sharpen everything, I just sharpen most of the time edges. To do this, you have to keep holding Alt or Option and go until you see the white outlines. Here is pretty to go. You can export it from the composition. We don't need to crop it or anything. If we bring the cropping tool, what is needed? Actually, the composition itself is pretty nice. So we have the leading line here of the bridge taking us directly to the middle of the picture with this between the two rocks thing, and the rock in completely in our rule of third, plus the tourists in our rule of third here. So the composition is pretty nice. We just hit enter and it's perfect. Yes, I can show just small tip. If you want to crop for Instagram, for example, you just go here and make it 4x5 and then it will give you the thing to crop for Instagram directly, and then you see that we don't have to change a lot. We just maybe bring our tourists into the point here. That's pretty okay. Pretty much at the end. I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something out of this small tutorial. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and follow me on Instagram and on YouTube. Check it out and bless. Yup.